What is reliability? Reliability refers to how consistent the findings are. If we were to repeat the study, would we find the exact same or similar findings? The only way we can accurately repeat a study is if we have high levels of control or a standardized procedure, because we need to be able to repeat the study in exactly the same way. We need to manipulate the independent variable to measure the effect on the dependent variable, and therefore the most reliable method is the laboratory experiment, as it allows the highest levels of control and the highest levels of manipulation on the independent variable. A field experiment does not infer high reliability, because not all variables are controlled, as field experiments are in a natural setting. Therefore, we are not able to repeat the study in exactly the same way, because the environment could have changed slightly between studies, and we also have less control over extraneous variables. Different types of reliability. Equivalent form reliability. A comparison of test results and some independent variables measured at around the same time. Integrator reliability. How closely different people who are measuring the same thing agree with each other. Split half reliability. This measures the internal consistency, comparing the scores to one half of the questions to the other. They should be similar in order to be considered reliable. Test-retest reliability. The same group of people are given the same test twice, and the correlation between the scores on each occasion is calculated. Strengths and limitations of psychological research with low reliability. A strength of low reliability is that it means that the levels of control are not high, so the situation is more natural, and therefore it has higher ecological validity. This means the environment is representative of everyday life, so the results can be applied to everyday life and to other natural settings. Another strength of low reliability, once again relating to less control, is that there is likely to be less chance of demand characteristics or socially desirable bias, because the situation is not artificial and it is less likely that the participants will change their behaviour to suit the aim. A weakness of low reliability is that it infers that the situation is not highly controlled, and therefore extraneous variables have not been avoided, so we cannot isolate the IV to measure the effects on the DV. Therefore, it is harder to infer the cause and effect. Another weakness of low reliability is that we can question the internal validity of this type of psychological research. This is because if there is low reliability, there are not many controls, and so we cannot be sure that we are measuring what was supposed to be measured, because there may be extraneous variables. Knowing the strengths and limitations of psychological research with high reliability is exactly the opposite of what I just said. This means that a strength of psychological research with low reliability would be a limitation of psychological research with high reliability, and a limitation of psychological research with low reliability would be a strength of psychological research with high reliability.